I gave you the best of me when I was barely holding on. I smiled through the cracks in my heart, pretending I was strong. I believed every promise you made, even the ones I should have known. I built a home inside your words while you were already gone. I saw the distance in your eyes, but I stayed the same. Sometimes loving someone means learning how to ache. I gave you my soul anyway, when I should have walked away. I loved you through the lonely nights when your love had already changed. I carried both our hearts inside my chest when yours had slipped away. I gave you my soul anyway, and I'd do it all again. I remember the nights on the floor, your name stuck in my throat. I talked to the ceiling like it was you, begging you to come home. You said you were just tired, said I was overthinking things. But love doesn't fade so quietly without breaking everything. I kept your secrets in my bones, I kept your pain in mine. Some hearts love far too deeply to leave at the right time. I did it my soul anyway, when I should have saved my heart. I stood in the wreckage of your love when it fell apart. I stayed when all the signs were wrong. I stayed when you were gone. I gave you my soul anyway, even when I knew I was lost. I watched you drift a little more every time I tried. Your silence slowly hollowed me, but I wouldn't say goodbye. I told myself that love was patience, that hurting meant I cared. I didn't know that losing you would leave me this scared. If I could go back to that night, the night you let me cry, I'd still reach for your hand again, even knowing why. Because loving you was everything, even when it was pain. Some hearts don't know how to leave, they just remain. I gave you my soul anyway, through the tears, through the fear, through every lonely moment when you weren't really here. I loved you past the breaking point, past every warning sign. I gave you my soul anyway, and I lost a part of mine. Now I'm learning how to breathe again, how to stand without your name. What a piece of me will always be the girl who loved you that way. I gave you my soul anyway. and I'm still learning how to stay. I gave you all the parts of me I was afraid to lose. I poured my light into your dark with nothing left to prove. I stayed when all the doors were closing, when your heart was hard to find. I carried every broken promise just to keep you mine. I saw the warning in your eyes, but I ignored the pain. Sometimes love is staying even when you're not the same. I loved you until I was empty, till there was nothing left inside. I fought for every breath of us while you were learning how to hide. I held your world upon my chest, you let it fall apart. I loved you until I was empty, and it broke my heart. I memorized your every silence, your every almost call. I waited through the longest nights just to feel you at all. I told myself that loving you was better than letting go, but you can't save a sinking ship if you're the only one who rows. I kept your name in all my prayers, in every broken song, but loving you was killing me for far too long. I loved you until I was empty, till there was nothing left inside. I fought for every breath of us while you were learning how to hide. I held your world upon my chest, you let it fall apart. I loved you until I was empty, and it broke my heart. If love was measured in the pain, I would have won your war. I gave you everything I had until I couldn't give no more. I lost myself inside your storms, I drowned inside your rain. Some hearts don't break all at once, they slowly fade away. I loved you until I was empty, until my soul was tired and worn. I stood in the ashes of your love every lonely morning. Now I'm learning how to breathe again, how to live apart. I love you until I was empty, but I'm finding my heart. The nights still whisper your Now I'm learning how to be whole. I held your picture in the dark, like it could hear my pain. The nights were long, the bed was cold, the tears fell like the rain. You said you needed space to breathe. I gave you all my trust, but while you learned how to forget, I was breaking for us. I kept your name in every prayer, in every broken sigh. You were already moving on, while I was learning how to cry. I cried alone for us, for the love you left behind, for the future we once promised, now faded in my mind. I carried both our hearts when yours was letting go. I cried alone for us, so you wouldn't have to know. The phone stayed quiet on my side, the silence cut me deep. I waited through the empty hours, you slept your perfect sleep. I replayed every word we said, every will be okay. But hope can slowly kill your heart when it's the only thing that stays. I try to stay strong for your love, trying to keep us alive, but you are already gone, my dear, while I was barely surviving. I cried alone for us, for the love you left behind, for the future we once promised, now fading in my mind. I carried both our hearts when yours was letting go. I cried alone for us, so you wouldn't have to know. If you could see these walls at night, hear the silence break, you know how much I fought for you, how much my heart could take. But love can be a lonely war when you're the only one still standing in the ruins of what we just begun. I cried alone for us, till the tears ran out of me, till the girl I used to be was something I couldn't see. Now I'm learning how to heal, how to finally let go. I cried alone for us, but I won't cry anymore. The morning comes without your name, without your voice, your touch. I cried alone for us, because I loved you that much. gave you all the pieces of me, even the ones I tried to hide. I built my world around your love and carried it with pride. I stayed when the nights were heavy and the silence cut too deep. I gave my soul with open hands, even when it made me weep. I held on to what we had, though it slipped through my grasp. Some hearts love far too fully, and the pain is all that lasts. I'm the heart that gave too much, love too hard, stayed too long. I held on to your shadow, even when it was wrong. I carried every sorrow, every hope, every touch. I'm the heart that gave too much, and I'm breaking because of love. I whispered prayers into the night, hoping you'd feel my pain. I gave you everything I had, yet it all was in vain. I watched you drift farther away while I held on tight. I loved through every storm, even when it cost my life. I tried to save what couldn't stay, fought for love I couldn't keep. Some hearts burn too brightly, and the fire cuts too deep. I'm the heart that gave too much, love too hard, stayed too long. I held on to your shadow, even when it was wrong. I carried every sorrow, every hope, every touch. I'm the heart that gave too much, and I'm breaking because of love. Now the night is quiet, the world has moved along. I'm the heart that gave too much, but I'll survive though it's gone. Trace your name across my skin, like it would make you stay. Every memory of us still lives in the words I'm scared to say. We built our world on fragile dreams, on promises too kind. I never thought I'd lose you, but love runs out of time. You held my heart in both your hands, then slowly let it fall. I tried to save what we once were, but I couldn't save it all. Loving you was the hardest goodbye, the kind that never really ends. I smiled through tears I couldn't hide, pretending I was stronger then. I let you go while my heart stayed behind. In the life we used to know, loving you was the hardest goodbye. And I still miss you so. The house is quiet without your voice. The nights don't feel the same. I hold the silence close to me and whisper your name. I tried to be what you needed, tried to make you stay, but sometimes love is learning there's no other way. I prayed for one more moment, one more chance to try, but the truth came crashing through my heart the night you said goodbye. Loving you was the hardest goodbye, the kind that never really ends. I smiled through tears I couldn't hide, pretending I was stronger then. I let you go while my heart stayed behind. In the life we used to know, loving you was the hardest goodbye. And I still miss you so. If I could turn back every second, I'd hold you just a little longer. I'd tell you everything I never said before my heart grew weaker. But love doesn't always give us the ending that we planned. Sometimes it just leaves us here with the pieces in our hands. Loving you was the hardest goodbye, but I'm learning how to breathe again. I'm finding light on the other side of all this hurt I'm in. I'll carry the love we left behind, where the broken things still go. Loving you was the hardest goodbye, but I'm learning to let you go. The stars still shine, the world moves on, and I'll be okay in time. Loving you was the hardest goodbye, but this heart of mine will survive. I watch the light leave your eyes like sunset slipping away. Your words were getting smaller while mine were begging you to stay. We used to talk about forever, now we barely say a thing. You were already leaving while I was I kept your name in every prayer, every wish, every tear. But love can fade so quietly when one heart isn't here. I stayed while you disappeared, held the pieces of our truth. You walked further from my heart with every excuse. I waited through the silence, believed what wasn't real. I stayed while you disappeared, and learned how broken feels. The nights grew heavy without you. Your ghost slept by my side. I talked to memories of us while you were living another life. Your touch became a memory, your voice a distant sound. You were already gone, my love, before I figured it out. I tried to save what wasn't there, tried to hold your hand, but some hearts leave without goodbye and don't look back again. I stayed while you disappeared, held the pieces of our truth. You walked further from my heart with every excuse. I waited through the silence, believed what wasn't real. I stayed while you disappeared, and learned how broken feels. If love was something you could see, you know how much I bled. I loved you in your absence while you were moving ahead. I built a home from maybes, from promises unclear. I stayed while you disappeared, and faced my biggest fear. I stayed while you disappeared, even when hope was gone. I whispered your name to the dark till the night moved on. But now I'm learning how to breathe, how to finally heal. I stayed while you disappeared, and survived what love can steal. The morning comes without your face, but I'm still standing here. I stayed while you disappeared, and now I'm letting go of fear. You held my hand but looked away, like you were already gone. I kept pretending we were fine, but I knew something was wrong. Your silence spoke in empty rooms, louder than any fight. I stayed awake just listening to the sound of us losing light. I kept telling my heart to wait, that love just needed time. But every day I felt you fade while I was still trying. This was the love that broke me smiled through all the lonely nights, said I was okay, but inside I was falling apart. Every word you didn't say, I carried the weight of all our dreams, while yours were drifting free. I was holding on to everything that you were letting leave. I gave you more than I had left and called it being strong, but loving you felt like standing still while the world was moving on. This was the love that broke me slowly, not all at once but every day. I watched you slip right through my hands while I begged you to stay. You left in pieces little by little until there was nothing of me. This was the love that broke me slowly, and I loved you endlessly. If love was meant to save me, why did it leave me here, counting all the promises that disappeared? I don't hate you, I just miss who I was before I learned how loving you could hurt this much and more. This was the love that broke me slowly, but I'm still standing here somehow. I lost myself inside your heart, but I'm finding me now. I'll gather the pieces you left behind, learn how to breathe, how to be free. This was the love that broke me slowly, but it won't finish me. Some love doesn't crash and burn, it fades until you're gone. This was the love that broke me slowly, but I'm learning to move on. We used to talk until the morning, laughing through the dark. Now we sit in the same room, but we're miles apart. Your eyes are on the ceiling, mine are on the floor. We're both afraid to say the words we can't ignore anymore. Your hand is in my hand, but I don't feel you here. Some love fades so quietly, it's louder than the fear. There's a silence between our hearts where our forever used to be. We're standing in the wreckage of who we used to be. I reach for you but touch the past, not what we are tonight. There's a silence between our hearts, and it's louder than the fight. The pictures on the wall still smile like nothing ever changed, but the space between your words and mine feels colder every day. I whisper all the things I feel, but you don't hear my voice. Love shouldn't feel this lonely when you still have a choice. We both know something's breaking, but neither one of us will speak. Some hearts fall apart in whispers before they ever scream. There's a silence between our hearts where our forever used to be. We're standing in the wreckage of who we used to be. I reach for you but touch the past, not what we are tonight. There's a silence between our hearts, and it's louder than the fight. I remember when you held me like I was all you knew. Now your arms feel like a memory that's slowly slipping through. If I'm honest, I still love you, but love is not enough when you're sleeping next to someone who already gave up. There's a silence between our hearts where our forever died. We're holding on to moments that already said goodbye. I wish we'd fight instead of this goodnight. There's a silence between our hearts, and I'm losing you tonight. The room is dark, the world is still, but I finally see the truth. There's a silence between our hearts, and it's breaking me and you. The rain was tapping on my window, just like my heart that couldn't rest. I was lying in the dark alone, trying not to miss your breath. Your jacket on the chair beside me, still holding your perfume. The clock kept screaming your name in the middle of the room. I checked my phone 1,000 times, still nothing from you there. Sometimes love leaves without a sound, and no one seems to care. It was the night I felt abandoned, when your silence broke my soul. I was begging for your voice, but you were never home. I held the memories in my hands like glass about to fall. It was the night I felt abandoned, when I lost it all. I replayed every little word, every laugh we used to share. But now the echoes in this room are louder than your care. I told myself you'd come back soon, that you were just away. But hope can feel like poison when tomorrow never came. The moon was hanging over me like it knew my pain. I whispered all your promises, but they didn't stay the same. It was the night I felt abandoned, when your silence broke my soul. I was begging for your voice, but you were never home. I held the memories in my hands like glass about to fall. It was the night I felt abandoned, to a ghost that quietly walks away. It was the night I felt abandoned, when the tears wouldn't hide, when the girl I used to be finally said goodbye. I learned how deep the hurt could go when love has nowhere to fall. It was the night I felt abandoned, the night I lost it all. The sun came up without your name, but I was still the same, learning how to breathe again through the heartache and the rain. It was the night I felt abandoned, and I survived the fall. I gave you every piece of me. I thought you'd hold them close. I walked through fire just for you, through storms and silent ghosts. I whispered dreams into the night, prayed you'd hear my plea. But some hearts don't return the love they're given endlessly. I stayed when everyone else would leave. I waited through the pain. Some love is brave enough to burn, but never feels the same. I loved you past my limits, beyond the edge of me. I bled for every memory, for all you couldn't see. I carried your world on my weary hands, through every heartbreak, every trial. I loved you past my limits, even though it cost my smile. I traced your name on fading walls, hoped it would make you stay. I built a universe of us while you slowly walked away. The nights were long, my tears were real. I gave my soul each day. But some love asks too much of hearts that can't be drained this way. I fought for every whispered word, every promise left unspoken. Some love breaks silently inside, while hearts remain unbroken. I loved you past my limits, Smiled through all the empty nights, pretended I was strong. I carried every whispered lie, hoping it would prove me wrong. I held your love inside my chest, even when it burned. But some hearts can only take so much before they've had their turn. I kept my tears behind closed doors. I stayed when I should have run. Some love lingers far too long until the heart comes undone. The day I finally broke was the day you go. I cried for every shattered dream, for the love I used to know. I carried every memory, every whisper, every word. The day I finally broke was the day my heart was hurt. I watched the world keep moving on while I stood in the rain. I begged the stars for answers, but only found my pain. Your shadow still lingers in the room, your voice inside my head. I held on to a fading love until the last thread bled. I tried to fight against the hurt, tried to make you stay, but some hearts break quietly before they walk away. The day I finally broke was the day I let you go. I cried for every shattered dream, for the love I used to know. I carried every memory, every whisper, every word. The day I finally broke was the day my found was hurt. The night grew quiet, the tears ran dry, but I finally feel the weight. The day I finally broke was the day I found my fate. I waited by the window, hoping you would appear. The days passed like empty songs, each one carved with fear. Your laughter still haunts the hallways, your shadow on the floor. I reached for what I never had and knocked on a closed door. I held on to every whisper, every moment we once knew. But some love drifts away so quietly, it leaves no trace of you. The love that never came back left me standing in the Traced our names in fading ink, hoped it would make you see that what we had was fragile gold, but you walked away from me. I whispered prayers to the night, hoping the stars would guide, but love doesn't always answer when hearts are set aside. I held on to every promise, every word I couldn't keep. Some love vanishes slowly into shadows running deep. The love that never came back left me standing in the rain. I called your name in the darkness, but it echoed back in vain. I carried dreams that were mine, hope for a heart that moved on. The love that never came back is the love that's forever gone. The morning comes without your face, but the ache still lingers near. The love that never came back will haunt me through years. I watched you drift away from me, your eyes no longer shined. I held on tight through empty nights, pretending I was fine. Every word you didn't say cut deeper than the cold. I stayed through storms and silence, even when my heart was sold. I smiled when I was breaking, I laughed to hide the tears. Some love keeps you alive while it quietly disappears. I stayed when I was dying inside. I gave my all, though you let go. I carried both our hearts in mine through every silent war. I whispered hope into the dark, hoped you'd see my fight. I stayed when I was dying inside, even though I lost the light. The nights were long, my soul was bare. I whispered your name in vain. I held our love like fragile glass through heartbreak and the pain. You moved as if I wasn't there, as if I didn't bleed. I stayed because my love was true, even when it wasn't seen. I kept my heart wide open, though it was torn apart. Some love survives in silence, even when it breaks your heart. I stayed when I was dying inside. watched the clock tick on the wall, hoping you'd come back to me. The silence spoke a louder truth than anything you'd ever say. Your side of bed is empty now, your shadow's fading fast. I waited for a moment to hold a love that couldn't last. I whispered prayers into the night, hoping you might stay. But some hearts leave quietly before they fade away. I waited for a goodbye, but it never came from you. I held the pieces of our love, though I knew what I should do. I lingered in the spaces where your voice used to be. Came for me. I walk through memories of us, every smile, every fight. I clung to fleeting promises that vanished with the night. I begged for one last word, one last look in your eyes. But love can slip away so slow, it leaves no time for goodbyes. I kept your name inside my chest, every heartbeat, every sigh. Some love dies silently without a last goodbye. That never said you were right. I gave you pieces of my heart that I never showed to anyone. I whispered dreams of us at night while you were just gone. I built a world of us in silence while you never took my hand. I fell in love quietly and you didn't understand. I held my hope in fragile hands, believed in what we could be. But loving you alone, my love, became my tragedy. You let me fall in love alone, while your heart was miles away. I carried every spark of us through every lonely day. I gave you all my open skies while you stayed in the unknown. You let me fall alone. saw the distance in your eyes, but I ignored every sign. I thought our hearts could meet in time, but you were never mine. I whispered promises to the wind, hoping they'd reach your soul. I gave my all to a love unclaimed and lost my only goal. I tried to hold the love we had, tried to make it real, but some hearts never learn to care, no matter how you feel. You let me fall in love alone, while your heart was miles away. I carried every spark of us through every lonely day. I gave you all my open skies, while you stayed in the unknown. You let me fall in love alone, and now I'm on my The nights are long, the stars are cold, but I learned to stand alone. You let me fall in love alone, and I'll find a way back home. I woke up to a quiet house. Your side of the bed was cold. I called your name 1,000 times, but no answer came, no hold. Your jacket still hung by the door, your shoes left in a row. I lost you without warning, and I didn't even know. The world kept spinning while I froze, caught in a storm of fear. Sometimes love leaves suddenly, and no one can steer. I lost you without warning, without a last word to say, without a chance to hold you or beg you to stay. I carried all the memories through every empty room. I lost you without a warning, and now I'm consumed. I see your shadow everywhere, I hear your laughter in my head. I reach for you in every place where we used to tread. The plans we made lie broken now, the future we designed. I lost you without warning, and I'm still falling behind. I whispered prayers into the night, hoping you might appear, but some hearts leave quietly and leave only fear. I lost you without warning, without a chance to say goodbye, without a chance to feel your love or hold you close. And I love you forever if I could. I held your hand through every storm, believed in what we'd become. I built my world around your smile, ignored the coming numb. I whispered dreams into your night, hoping you would see. But love can change so quietly into what's not meant to be. I stayed when I should have left, I prayed for what was lost. Some hearts learn too late the cost of holding on. When hope turned into hurt, I felt it deep inside. The love I gave so freely couldn't make you stay the night. I carried every memory, every laugh, every word. When hope turned into hurt, and your voice was never heard. I kept believing in your eyes, even when they looked away. I held on to a fading light that slowly went astray. The nights grew long, the silence loud. I waited for your call, but hope can break like fragile glass and leave you with it all. I whisper prayers into the dark for love that wouldn't fight. Some hearts drift out of reach, even when you try with all your might. And when hope turned into hurt, I felt it deep inside. The love I gave so freely couldn't make you stay the night. I carried every memory, every laugh, every word. When hope turned into hurt, and your voice was never heard. The morning comes, the stars fade away. I'm learning to survive. When hope turned into hurt, I'm finding how to live The room is quiet, but my heart screams. I reach for you, but find only space. Your shadow lingers where you stood, but you've gone without a trace. I whispered all the things I felt, hoping you'd hear my plea. But love can vanish silently and leave you lost at sea. I held on to every word you said, every glance, every spark. But some hearts disappear too fast and leave you in the dark. You left me in the dark with nothing but the pain. I searched for your hand, your face, but all I found was rain. I carried all the memories of a love that fell apart. You left me in the dark and broke my fragile heart. I hear the echoes of your laughter, but it doesn't reach my soul. I reach for what we used to be, but I can't make you whole. The nights are long, the stars are cold. I'm drowning in the past. You walked away so quietly. I never thought love could last. I held on to every moment, every shadow, every spark, but some hearts vanish suddenly and leave you in the dark. You left me in the dark with nothing but the pain. I searched for your hand, your face, but all I found was rain. I carried all the memories of a love that fell apart. You left me in the dark and broke my fragile heart. The night goes on, the world moves on, but I'm still here alone. You left me in the dark, and I'll learn to face it on my own. I watch your eyes drift farther away, even when you were still near. I spoke your name into the night, but you didn't seem to hear. I held our memories in my hands, like glass about to fall. You were gone before you left, and I was left with it all. I waited for a love that stayed, for words that never came. Some hearts disappear quietly before you even know their name. You were gone before you left, and I felt it in my chest. I loved a ghost that stayed with me while you were finally at rest. I carried all the pieces of a love that couldn't be. You were gone before you left, and you didn't notice me. I kept your smile alive in my mind, even as you looked away. I held the space where your heart used to be, hoping you might stay. But love can fade in silence and leave nothing to say. Try to fix what couldn't be, try to hold what slipped. Some hearts vanish slowly, without a word, without a grip. You were gone before you left, and I felt it in my chest. I loved a ghost that stayed with me while you were finally at rest. I carried all the pieces of a love that couldn't be. You were gone before you left, and you didn't notice me. Now the room is quiet, the night is closed its eyes. You were gone before you left, but I still hear the lights. I watched you leave without a glance, your shadow fading from my life. I called your name into the night, but you didn't feel the strife. I carried all the weight of love while you walked free and cold. I stayed through every storm with you while you never held my soul. I bled inside for every word, every touch I couldn't keep. Some hearts leave quietly and leave the rest to weep. You walked away without pain while I shouted in the rain. I loved you through the fire, but you never felt the flame. I carried all the memories of a love that couldn't stay. You walked away without pain and left me in disarray. I trace the moments we once had, hope they'd bring you back, but your steps grew louder in their leave while mine stayed on the track. I held the pieces of your love, though they cut into my heart. You left like it was nothing while I was falling apart. I whispered prayers into the dark for love that wouldn't fight. Some hearts can turn to stone and leave the soul in night. You walked away without pain while I shouted in the rain. I loved you through the fire, but you never felt the flame. I carried all the memories of a love that couldn't stay. You walked away without pain and left me in disarray. Now the room is quiet, the night is closed its eyes. You walked away without pain, but your absence is my cry.